Today's verse from the Bible app. But thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. And 1 Corinthians 15, I sat with it like I always do. I read it. Then I played the commentary video, just like part of my daily rhythm. The man shared it well, strong, clear, confident. There was passion in his voice, a kind of fire I used to chase, and nothing he said was wrong. But as I listened, something inside me tightened. A quiet memory, a subtle ache. Not from his words, but from the world those words once built around me. That world of performance-based faith, where healing was a test of belief, where the proof of your faith was whether or not you got better. And I remember it vividly. I remember longing to be that kind of believer, to declare it, to manifest it, to show that faith works, until I got sick, until nothing I did could fix it, until I was left with only surrender. And suddenly all those messages that once inspired me began to shame me. Because when it didn't get healed, the questions started swirling. Did I not believe enough? Did I confess wrongly? Am I the reason it didn't work? And even if no one said it, their silence echoed it. I know that look, that soft, polite tilt of the head, the kind that gently says, maybe you just need more faith. And then I started noticing something else. We celebrate the story where someone gets healed even though they didn't believe and say, it's because the one who prayed had faith. But when that same person prays for a believer and the believer isn't healed, suddenly the blame is flipped. Now the sick person didn't have enough faith. Why? Why is the one who prays always praised when things go well but never questioned when they don't? Why is the burden always pushed onto the one who's already broken? It's what today's verse stirred in me. Because victory, that word has been used to inspire, but also to condemn. And I felt the sting of both. But as I sat longer with the verse and let my soul breathe beneath the noise, I began to remember something. Something deeper than doctrine. Something quieter than theology. Something that has taken me this entire journey to finally understand. I wasn't struggling because I had no faith. I was struggling because I had no foundation. I didn't know who I was. I was trying to use faith to fix my identity instead of living from the identity I already had. And that's why it all felt so heavy, because I didn't know I was already a son. That changed everything. Now, when I hear this verse, thanks be to God who gives us the victory, I don't hear a challenge, I hear a reminder. Victory isn't out there. It's not a prize for performing well. It's not delayed. It's not being debated. It's already here, because Jesus is in me, and Jesus is the victory. So no, I'm not waiting anymore, not begging, not measuring my growth by how I feel, not wondering if I'm good enough, because I've come to see it's not about faith that performs, it's about faith that abides. And abiding, that's what sons do. In these past few weeks, with the doctor's appointment, the scans, the fear that creeps in when it's quiet, I've felt every shadow, but I've also felt something deeper forming, like a voice inside me rising up, saying, you don't need to prove anything anymore. Just remember who you are. This journal, this moment right now, it's not a message for others. It's a message to me, to my soul, to the boy who used to strive, to the man who's learning to simply be. I am not behind. I am not forgotten. I am not disqualified. I am a son. And because I'm a son, victory isn't something I'm chasing. It's something I'm living from. So whether the healing comes today or it unfolds over time, or whether I just breathe a little deeper today than I did yesterday, it's all a manifestation of the victory already alive in me. Because Jesus is not outside me, deciding whether or not to give me breakthrough. He's inside me, already breaking through. This is not hype. This is not confession therapy. This is a slow, holy becoming. This is sonship. This is truth.